Beautiful. It's the greatest encryption device in history, and the Germans use it for all communications.
Everyone thinks Enigma is unbreakable.
Let me try, and we'll know for sure.
Mr. Turing, do you know how many died because of it?
What actually made you want to be a part of telling Alan Turing's story on screen? What kind of caught you in Graham Moore's script?
I felt that it gave a real tribute to a genius and a man who was so extraordinary and essential to the Allies winning the war.
There's a lot of stuff where we're working together, which I love. I always love it, and it's a very British film with a Norwegian director, so it's nice to have someone with outside eyes on, and he was very smart with how he did everything.
Well, I think I first read articles in England about this about 5 years ago and was just completely shocked about the story, the fact that I had never heard of him and that I didn't know it, and that he wasn't kind of this national hero that he completely should be. So I think as soon as I knew that they were making a film of it, nearly before I read the script, I was like, I definitely want to be a part of that. And I think that that's the way everybody involved really felt, because it feels like a very important story to tell, particularly being British. And then obviously read the script and just thought it was really wonderfully portrayed. You know, I think it's not a documentary, there are historical inaccuracies, but dramatically speaking, I think it really got to the truth of him and of those people and those relationships. And equally to kind of, it really makes you see that it's a very current discussion, that as much as obviously gay rights are way better you can tell that I've been doing this all day and my speech is completely gone. Gay rights have hugely improved since the 40s and 50s. It's still a huge topic. You know, you've got still got homophobic attacks, you've still got killings, you've got countries like Russia and Greece and a lot of African countries that have a huge homophobic problem, and prejudice of all sorts. I think you keep having to remind people that we have to celebrate differences and not try to destroy somebody because they're different than you. Otherwise you get a brain drain and you can lose some really important people to society and to humanity.
I thought it was such an ingenious introduction to a really complex character, and presented him in all his sort of spectacular brilliance, his oddness, his different nature, and great roles throughout the population of Bletchley Park, this sort of disparate group of people that come together as a team and then have all these different agendas which just sort of implode and come back together and then explode again finally because they have to disband and forget they ever were there and did whatever they did. I mean, it's extraordinary.
What is it that we're really doing?
We're going to break an unbreakable Nazi code and win the war.
What was it like actually getting to work with Benedict then, to bring that friendship on screen?
Benedict's fantastic. Benedict is a very old friend of mine, and I've worked with him before. It was really lovely getting to work with him on this, and I sort of instantly read it and thought, wow, he's going to do this really, really well, you know, and he has. So it was lovely watching him create the character.
What is it, do you think, that draws Joan to Alan when other people kind of tend to keep their distance from him because he hasn't been interested in making friends, really?
Well, I mean, I think it is a meeting of minds. I think she's possibly a misfit herself. I think she's better at hiding it. And I think she just likes him. And I think she's genuinely interested in what he has to say and genuinely sort of sees him for what he is and sees that there's this kind of layers of this front, but actually is really interested in what's behind that. And, you know, I think everybody has friends like that. Nobody's going to get on with everybody. You know, you always have friends where another friend goes, I don't get it with them at all. And you go, no, you know, it's just there. If you just get behind, you know, they're amazing. Yeah. And, you know, it's just, I think, again, it's allowing people to be different.
If I'm not mistaken, you actually did film at Bletchley.
Yes, yeah.
How did that kind of inform what you're able to do?
Filming there was a real sense that you felt the energy of the history and the importance of what the people were doing.
It's like having their breath on the back of your neck. It's open to the public, and there's some places that we filmed that were completely not. And so the places at Bletchley that meant a lot for me were in the bar where you thought, each night coming here, not having cracked the code, once again must unwind. Because also people forget they were kind of living at Bletchley. There was no escape from it. And so that's one of the things that led to these abrupt moments between our characters and Alan. Yeah. Because this guy is so close and he's so infuriating and he doesn't share and all this sort of stuff. So that's why you get some quite physical moments.
And you have that
the frustration.
You can imagine the frustration and the pressure that these people are dying by the second because of this machine, and they can't break it. And they have from 6 a.m. to midnight every night to try and come up and break the impossible code. And it took Turing's brain, the fact that he was different, the fact that he thought differently, to create ultimately a machine to beat a machine.
Yeah.
And in that process, he made the first digital computer.
Yeah. Pretty. I mean, which is a testament to why it's always great to listen to the person who's different. That's why we listen to you, Al. Thank you.
That's sweet.
You will never understand the importance of what I am creating here.